smile. I saw Betsy smile. All right. So this is going to be, hi, and how is everybody? Good. Me too. This is going to be a mini class on landing pages, creating landing pages for your listings. It's a mini class because it is super, 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 super easy, and you guys are going to be amazed. It takes about 5 minutes to create a landing page. What takes more time is deciding what you want to do with your landing page. If you want to link it to a social media graphic, if you want to link it to a paid Facebook campaign. So those are going to be classes for a different day. I'm doing Facebook ads this coming Friday. So today is just going to be about creating the landing page. Which is really cool because a lot of the times what I see is people will copy and paste the realtor.com link or the Zillow link for their listing. And that's not branded to Keller Williams. It's got your name and your number on it, but it's not branded to Keller Williams, your brokerage. Landing pages are specifically branded to you at KW. And any information that you capture through that landing page then gets fed right back into Command. So it's really cool. You can keep everything in one place and continue to use Command versus capturing information in all sorts of different ways and then having to go in and add it to contacts or opportunities, etc. So I will share my screen. And if anybody has questions along the way, like I said, this will be quick and easy, but stop me if you have questions. Okay. So from Command, we have something called the KWLS. And if you're not familiar with the KWLS, it's the Keller Williams listing system. And the MLS feeds into the KWLS. And the KWLS feeds into Command. So it makes it very easy to sync and pull in information on any listings into Command, designs, landing pages, etc. The one thing that I do hear a lot of gripes about, which is being worked on right now, is the lag between the MLS and the KWLS. So it can take up to 24 hours. I have seen it take longer to have the information sync into the KWLS. But just know and spread the word if you hear anybody asking or if you see anybody commenting that is something on the list for the KWRI tech team. They know that it is frustrating, so it's something that they want to work on and see if they can fix up. So from your home page, I'm going to show you how to get into landing pages. So I love this KW red button in the top left corner because it's going to give me the names of all the features or of all the apps because I can't remember what they are by the little icons. And we're going to go into the consumer section. So across the top, we've got a few different tabs. You've got landing pages, and people like to ask me what the difference between a landing page and an agent site page is. You can put, you can add to your agent site by adding tabs or adding pages, or you can also create an individual landing page. So that would be specific to whatever you want it to be. Maybe it's a landing page specific to just your mobile app, or you could have a landing page that was specific to your dog. It doesn't matter. It's just an individual URL for whatever you're marketing or advertising. So to create a landing page, you can see I've got a couple saved right here. You do create a new site, it's going to ask you if you want it on your agent site or as a standalone page. So I want this landing page to be a standalone page. You could put it on your site if you wanted to, but I just want it to be its own site. And I think that's pretty cool to be able to tell people or to be able to tell your sellers that you're going to make a website just for them, just for their listing. So if we create the page, the first thing I always do, and I tell everybody this in designs as well, is to name it. Up here, we've got this tiny little pencil, and you can get rid of this random template name. And does anybody have a listing right now, or a listing off the top of their head that they want to chat me or give me? Chris, you got anything? All right, we're going to do a random one then. Let's see.
I have one if you want.
Sure. What is it?
Does it matter if it's under contract? No, it doesn't, right? So it's 16 Larrigan Crossing.
Say it again. 16.
Larrigan, Larrigan.
Perfect. So I'm going to name this. So when I go back to find it, I don't have to look through 17 landing pages. So the first thing I always do is I look at these widgets over here. So widgets are little buttons or little sections, I guess we'll call them, that are already created for you. So it's really easy to build a landing page because all you have to do is really drag and drop these widgets in. And I have a specific way of building mine. You could put these in whatever order you want, but I think that this is the nicest way. So the first widget on here is called agent branding, and then the second one is branded header. So I like to start my landing pages with a branded header. And all you got to do is drag and drop, and it's going to pull your info in. My info always looks a little screwy because I don't have a headshot and my logos are funny, but important to have your marketing profile set up with the correct information and the correct logos because it will pull into your landing pages. So make sure that you guys have your marketing profiles all good to go. So my branded header is first. The second thing I'm going to pull in, I just drag and drop. My battery is running low. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on. Don't want to lose ya. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So the second thing I'm going to pull in is the meat of my landing page, my listing. This is going to look really pretty. They've done it up very nicely. So you drag and drop a listing in. And at first you've just got this giant widget in the middle. And this is just your placeholder property. So we've got this stuff here, which is where all of our listing info is going to sink into. Lastly, I always put a lead form at the bottom. Lead form. And the lead form is there, of course, to capture information. Hi, Anita.
Hello.
The lead form, anytime anybody's using the lead form, it's going to send the information right into your command as a notification so that you know if anybody is leaving comments, leaving contact info, etc. So once we pull our widgets in, you'll see at the bottom here, and you could, like I said, make a landing page for anything you want. Today I'm doing listings. Some of the other widgets in here, you've got a market snapshot. So maybe you're just creating a landing page for your area's market information. You can drag and drop a video in here. So like you said, you can do a listing or a landing page for really anything you want. But we got to configure our widgets with this little button at the bottom. So I choose my widgets and then I configure them. So you can see it's giving me my list of 3 widgets, and all you do is click through them one by one. So if I go to branded header, it's going to allow me to change this header text, and this could be whatever you guys want. Home sweet home. You could just make it the address. It's entirely up to you. Your headshot should appear here automatically. And your contact info should pull in automatically as well. You can get rid of these and upload something new. So I gotta go in now and find my face. Save and apply is going to autofill your info in there, and it'll automatically update on the spot. So we go through each each widget individually. There's an over arrow up here at the top. It says 1 of 3. So we've got to go to 2 of 3 and select our listing. And you can search by MLS number, property address, or KWLS ID. MLS number usually works the best, I have found. Let's see. Clarkston, right, Betsy? Yep, John Pecora. You're going to select your listing, and it's automatically pulling in all of the photos from the MLS. So you're going to select which photo you want as your cover photo, and most of the time it's your the front of your house that you've got on the MLS. So I'm going to leave that just the way it is. If you decided you wanted to add a new photo, you could upload a custom image. If I come and I hit save and apply, I'm going to update my listing with all the info pulled directly from the MLS. So it's going to pull your remarks in. The one thing that does kind of stink is if you wanted to edit this information in here. Whoops, I'm messing stuff up. Undo. I don't believe you can just edit the text. I think it just automatically pulls in from the MLS, and that's the way it is. Not sure what I just did. I pressed a button and I broke it. And then I hit the back button and I didn't save it. Don't hit the back button without saving your work. Command lessons by me. I'm just going to drag and drop my stuff back in quick. And it was 16 right here. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just reselecting my listing quick, guys, because I got out too soon. But it's going to pull in all the details and features. It's going to pull in all of your photos and give you this really nice little slideshow. And it's got it here on the map. So it's just a very nice landing page dedicated to your listing, and also branded to you and synced in with your command. So I'm going to go to my third widget to configure. This is just a really simple one. You could change it if you wanted to. You've got your own little tagline. You can always add it in. And that's all we do. The last thing you've got to do is you can save the landing page if you're not quite ready to publish it yet. Or if you're ready for it to be live, you're going to do publish page. Once we publish it, that means that others can see it. So the other cool part about having landing pages, building your own landing pages, is you've got these 3 little dots over here. And you can see that this URL isn't very easy to remember. It's not very pretty to look at. So what you can do is you can change everything from this slash forward, this last slash here. 585824 is my ID through command. I don't know how they generate that, but it's always going to be the same. And that's always going to be there in your URL. But what you can change, you change URL, and it's going to let you change everything from this point on. So I usually just say the address, and it makes it a little prettier to look at. You can remove the URL, or you can deactivate. This button, of course, means inactive or active.
Abby, when you say everyone can see it after it's published, and they can't see it unless you post it somewhere, right? Or are you saying, like, how can people find us? Is it on our website already?
Nope, so it won't be to your website automatically. Yeah, so what I meant was if you share the link, that means it'll be visible to others. If this was turned off and you shared the link, nobody would be able to see it. If you wanted to add a tab to your website, you could add this to your website, but it would be an individual tab. Chris is making a face at me. Am I wrong, Chris?
I don't know how you add a tab to your website that's a URL.
Not a URL. I'm sorry. You could build a page if you wanted to build a page specific to a listing
Yeah,
and add it to your website.
right. What
I
I think people usually do there is, so say if you wanted to advertise directly from your website, you go, you find your listing and you use that URL, say for Facebook.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
as you mentioned, this is intended to be a single page.
Yeah.
For a specific purpose. I call them single property websites, at least for the type that you're doing. And they're very, very cool.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I would stick with just sharing this through social media, things like that. Share with your seller. They can share with, whoever they want. So it's pretty cool to have a website, built just for your listing, just for their listing. A lot of the times I have my agents in the West office share this link with a little graphic they've created. Maybe they've created a little social media post so that you can, post the graphic and say, if you want to find more information or you'd like to get in touch with me or you have questions, check out this link. And then, like I said, everything's fed right back into Command so you can keep everything in one place.
Yeah, can I throw in one more thing?
Yeah, for sure.
So if you want to use your landing page as part of your Facebook ad, where Abby added in the lead form at the bottom, if you're using the Facebook lead form, you probably wouldn't want to put it on the page that you're using on Facebook. Would you agree?
If you are linking this to the Learn More button, you mean?
Yeah.
So like if you do, yeah. I guess it could lead to having some duplicate contacts because when they click on the ad in the first place, it will capture their information. So yeah, you don't have to add the lead form. It would be kind of redundant to put the lead form if you're doing it, linking it to a Facebook ad.
Yeah, and it's so easy. You could do two of them. You could do the one with the lead form that you share with your sellers, etc., and then another one to use with a Facebook ad.
Yep. And I'll be doing Facebook ads on Friday if anybody wants to learn more about that. Like I said, I wanted this to just be a quick mini session to show you something quick and easy, that can change things. Does anybody have questions, or is there anything in particular you guys would like to see a class on that you haven't seen yet?
I have a question for you about this part. I'll let him go first. Did someone else want to go first?
No, you can go first.
Okay. So I see that right now you have 3 landing pages listed there.
Yep. Uh-oh. I can't hear Betsy. Did I mute her?
Yeah, I think so. That's right. I'll start over. So you have 3 pages there now. Do you see a necessity to keep the old pages, or is that something that as time goes on you want to delete old ones, or do you just go into one and edit it for a new listing, so to say? Do you get what I'm getting at?
I always create new ones. I would, if I were using these in my real life, in my real business, I would absolutely deactivate them when the listing is sold. I don't think you'd have to delete that. I mean, you could delete them if you didn't want them any longer, but definitely deactivating them, I think, makes sense.
Okay, thanks.
So that you don't got anybody going back to an old active page.
Hey, Abby, were you thinking of talking about doing landing pages for reviews and for just like an open house sign-in?
Nope, I didn't have it on my agenda, but I can definitely show people. The reviews, as far as I know, Chris, are a little funky because if you have old reviews, there's a specific way that you have to get them into Command. So I wasn't going to go down that trail today, but you're more than welcome to if you want to share.
Yeah, well, so it's basically if you want to get your reviews into Command, what you do is you create the landing page to request reviews. And then you copy, this is the way I did my own.
Yeah,
You
me
copy
too.
your testimonial, say if you collected them on Zillow or something like that, into that template. And then they magically are there in Command for when you want to put your testimonials on your site.
Yes, I can show a little bit about what Chris is mentioning.
It talks about it in the Conquer Command document. I say, you need to do it in this order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I didn't put you on the spot.
No, that's okay. Brian,
Okay.
did you have a question?
Yes, I had a question. I don't know if this is for Friday's class or not, but when running like Facebook ads, I was wondering if there's any way that we can do like what's your home value ads, because I don't know.
Yes, you can run a Facebook ad on anything you want.
Is there a way to
It
do
doesn't have
what's your home value ads with landing pages or no?
Well, I guess what you could do would be, what I would do would probably be to create, first off, you need a graphic. So most of the times when you're doing a Facebook ad for a listing, you are putting your graphic as the front of the house or picture of the house. So I would whip up some kind of what's your home worth graphic and designs. And then the second part of that is going to be when they click on that ad, what is it going to take them to? Like, do they need to contact you to find out what their home is worth? Is there what's your home worth calculator? Because as people are clicking on the ad or they want to learn more, they're giving you their contact information. So what are you going to give back? So that's kind of why I created the landing pages for listings, because as you're advertising a listing, they're giving you their information. We want to give them something back, which is more information on that listing.
Okay.
So I guess you would kind of just have to figure out what is it going to redirect them to when they click learn more.
All right, yeah, that works.
And that could be just your website with, a tab that talks about, how to contact you or how you approach, helping people find out what their home is worth. It would kind of be up to you to decide how you want to approach it after that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, testimonials. So we're going to create a new site on our agent page. Go ahead, Chris.
Nope, do that. You need to do the testimonial capture first. So you need to do the landing page.
Why?
Because otherwise you won't have your testimonials.
Oh, I just put them in through my agent site. I go to my agent site and then I copy and paste them and send them.
How'd you get them in there?
I sent them through my agent site. You can teach me your way though.
Okay.
Okay, as a standalone page.
Yep. So there's.
This doesn't have the testimonial capture on it, does it? Yes, it does. Okay.
Yep. And really, this is all it is.
So you drag and drop the capture form in, and then you'd configure the widget, which you could then come and change your information.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to leave this stuff as it is and just say save and apply, but you can change the verbiage and make it nice how you like.
Yep.
And then I call this testimonials. Oops, did I not publish it? Okay. And then you go to your URL, right, Chris?
Yep. And then you just basically copy in the information that people had left you for reviews. And so this is one way. You're going to have to teach me your other way. One way to get the testimonials into your command. And then you can also use this link to send out to your people if you want to get a testimonial, and it'll go directly into your command.
Yeah. So if you were to come and copy and paste, so you're going to have to do this. If you've got 20 reviews, you're going to have to do it 20 times with the
Yep.
client's first and last name. But once you get all of your previous reviews in here, then any new reviews going forward, it'll be a lot easier for them to sync to command. So let's say, for example, we did this. Yes, I would. So we're going to preview
And
and submit. And then we would go back into command and create on my agent site
Yep.
a tab that's going to show your testimonials.
Yep.
So the landing page is just to capture the information from your old testimonials.
Yep. And then you've
This
got
page-
two options for widgets here. You've got the testimonial list and a testimonial carousel. And the carousel is exactly what it says. And you choose, I think it's like 3 or so that could scroll through.
Yeah.
And that'll
Just
be in your
click.
configure.
So if I go and configure this,
Yep.
it can, it's going to let you choose what you want to show or display. So if, you know, you're not comfortable or your clients aren't comfortable with sharing their, you know, city and neighborhood, you can uncheck those boxes. And then it's going to show the list of all of the testimonials that you had copied and pasted in here. So I would select them all. In this case, I've just got one, but I would say save and apply.
Yeah, and I think there is a limit. I know there's a limit to what they'll allow for the carousel. If you have the testimonial page, then it's all of them.
Yeah, yep, if you have the list.
Yeah.
So I would save changes. And then if you go into your site and app settings in your site pages, this is going to have a list of the tab names for your website. So you're probably going to have about me and contact me. You can do add new page, and then it's going to ask me which page I want to add. It's going to be testimonials. I'm going to name my page. And your URL slug is what comes after that last slash. So www. or HTTP it is. kwrockshift.kw.com/testimonials would be mine. And then SEO description is just any keywords, right, Chris, that help with the search?
It's actually one of the things I read said, think of it like if you do a search and it's kind of like a Wikipedia description.
Yeah.
So tell me about what's on this page.
Yeah. So I would talk about my testimonials, any keywords, clients, real estate, blah, blah, blah. Save page changes. And then if I come back into my agent site pages, I can see my configured site here. Like I said, my website's, I've used it for 20 different things, so it's not very pretty. But I have a drop down here, and then I've got my tab now for testimonials, and it's going to list them. Chris, as you get new testimonials through command,
Yeah.
do they just automatically go in?
Well, it won't go into the carousel because the carousel is a limited number of them.
But if you did this,
they
would you
should
have to
go
go?
in. They should go into the regular testimonials page, though.
Okay. I didn't know if you'd have to go back in and reselect with the check marks.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure.
Okay. And then the one thing that kind of gets me is that you can't edit this. So once it's there, it's there. So if we made a mistake and I spelled something wrong, you cannot go back in and edit this agent site page. You would just have to build your testimonial page all over again, which is really quick.
Yeah, pretty
Really
easy.
quick and easy. It's just a little bit of a a pain in the butt. I'm not quite sure why you can't edit agent site pages.
So they're in your designs.
But when you go into designs,
Now go to agent site. Oh, there's your testimonials page.
but when I click it,
Oh, yeah, maybe it doesn't.
ooh,
Oh, there it is.
oh, it does. They fixed it. So you can't edit it. You have to edit it through designs. Very exciting. I'm going to delete this so that I don't have a page with Anthony's team name on it. I have about 6 more minutes and then I have a new agent coming in to meet with me. Does anybody have any other questions? Questions for Chris?
I want to do the testimonial thing. How do I find the recording again? Because I got a little bit lost during the second part of all that. So where are the recordings found?
They're in, okay, bit.ly, / and then it's KW Rock, and that part is capitalized, and then classes is lowercase.
And I will do a paid Facebook ad class on Friday if anybody wants to hop on and join. If anybody has questions, specific questions, or they're confused on something, just reach out to me. I'm happy to do a 5-minute or a 10-minute Zoom with anybody who just needs some clearing up. Anything else, Chris?
No, sorry for putting you on the spot.
No, that's okay. Just want to make sure if there's anything, you always have good info to add. So if there's anything else you want to add, I'm just giving you the opportunity. And if not, I will see you guys very soon.
Well, and I popped in because you do such a good job explaining things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.